we are studying the sources of carbon dioxide in atmospheres and the different airs, as we had studied here yesterday. Now as today's we will study about the sources of carbon dioxide in air. How does it balance in our environment? So sources of carbon dioxide in atmospheres. Sources of CO2 in atmosphere. Okay, sources of CO2 in atmosphere, there are two sources of CO2. Okay, there are only two sources. There are two sources of CO2 in our atmosphere. Atmosphere. One is in atmosphere. One is what? First sources, addiction. Okay, combustion of fossil fuels. Combustion of fossil fuels by humans. Okay, so first sources is combustion of fossil fuels by human. And the second sources here is forest fires. Okay, second source is forest fire. So these are the two sources: combustions of fossil fuels by human beings and the forest fire. Two sources is available here, but we know that the sources liberate high amounts. These sources liberate high amount of the heat and carbon dioxide. Okay, so these sources liberate high amount of CO2. Okay, so high amount of CO2 in atmosphere. Okay, in our atmosphere. Okay, these are also high amount of sources. These liberate high amount of the carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. The percentage of carbon dioxide in is still okay, but the percentage of carbon dioxide is still okay, still and in balance. Okay, in balance. Why? Because in percentage it is because in balance it is because how does it got balances? It is because CO2 fixed in get CO2 fixed in two parts, because CO2 fixed in other form. First form is CO2 fixed in two forms. First is glucose forms and second is cell forms. So glucose forms a green plant and cell forms the aquatic animals. Okay, so first is first here is that is called green plant. Okay, so here is the green plant get CO2 with the help of H2O and sunlight with chlorophyll, convert it into the glucose, fixed into the glucose, means that by means of photosynthesis. By means of photosynthesis. Okay, photosynthesis process through which this happens. And the second part is marine animals. Animals convert this dissolve CO2 in ocean into formation of their cell. Okay, cell is also calcium carbonate. So calcium carbonate CO3, CaCO3. It's made up of CaCO3. So carbonate forms, it can be converted into carbonate forms. The carbonate is forms the cell. So here is the two modes in which the carbon dioxide is completely fixed. Okay, so if we after okay, carbon dioxide is completely fixed in these two modes. So no life, as we know that in if we are talking about planets, if we are talking about uh, other planets like Venus, and Mars. Okay, Mars, the there is no life there. Okay, there are no life in on it. Okay, so the percentage of CO2 percentage in those planets are very high. Okay, so near about 95 to 97% carbon dioxide is available in the environment of the Mars and Venus. So here is the life cannot be possible to survive. So role of atmospheres. Okay, the role of atmosphere very climates. Okay, so controls. We will discuss role of atmospheric climates. What is the role of atmospheric climates? Means that how does this carbon dioxide is balanced here? So as we know that atmosphere act as a protective blanket. Our atmosphere act as a protective blanket. Okay, that protect our lives on the earth. So it act as a protective blanket, and and it is air is a bad conductor bad conductor of heat. Okay, bad conductor air, as we know that bad conductor of heat. So the atmosphere prevent the um, atmosphere prevent the uh, in atmosphere. So heat. So atmosphere fear prevent the increasing of temperature of earth. So it prevent the increase of temperature of the earth in daylight hours. Okay, daylight hours, and and similarly decrease in night. Okay, decrease in daylight hours and hours, and slowdowns in nights up into the space. So are decrease in night. Okay, night hours in space. So the carbon dioxide and always so the average temperature of earth earth fairly average temperature of earth fairly stable or steady. Okay, so the average temperature of earth, okay, fairly steady that maintains the atmospheric temperature of the earth and also amount of the carbon dioxide, and its balance always remains, and the climatic condition temperatures always remains. So the we can say the control the living organisms, and their environments always be remain as it is without changing, and always remains a balanced part. So these are the some specific way why wind surface we have studied a lot. So, okay, thank you, bye bye.